Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Missouri State Fair Sale of Champions. We're happy you're ringside with us here today. We have a few items to get out of the way before we get into the actual auction, and we're going to introduce a couple folks to come forward. If everybody please stand, we're going to ask Paxton Dahmer, the State FFA President, and Ashlyn Peterson, the State 4-H Council President, to lead us all in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we're going to have State FFA Vice President Dylan Renitz to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job, Dylan. Good. Well, Dylan, that was a remarkable job. Mike even did it better than you could, I think. So.
Well, I gave him lessons, and I thought he did a really nice
Outstanding.
job. Yeah, you know the other thing I noticed? Nobody in agriculture took a knee.
I can really appreciate that. We need a round of applause for that, you
Yeah.
bet. And if we do have any military folks here, we want to show appreciation for you, because if you remember what that song says, you know, it's the land of the free. It wouldn't be that way if it wasn't for the home of the brave. So thanks to all the military folks that are with us here today. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Next, it's my privilege to introduce a guy that's become a really great friend over the years. If he isn't the best, he's got to be one of the top state fair directors in the whole country, Mr. Mark Wolf. Mark, come on up here. I'll tell you what, Mark does a phenomenal job here at the state fair. He's one of these guys that just knows how to get it done, and you get it. So we appreciate what you do. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Don. Man, I tell you what, after Dylan's rendition, that's a tough act to follow. Hey, I just want to welcome everyone to the 2018 Missouri State Fair, and our kind of highlight, I guess, of each year's fair on the last Saturday, our Sale of Champions. I think it's going to be a great sale. Got some awesome animals. We had an opportunity to watch a little of the shows through the week and see some of these animals come through the show. And so we're expecting a big sale. Hopefully you folks brought your checkbooks. We take credit. We take whatever you got. And let's raise some money for the kids. Let's raise some money for scholarships and have a great sale. At this time, I'd like to introduce our 2017 Missouri State Fair Queen, Samantha Nelson from Higbee, Missouri.
Well, it's 2018, but it's okay. It's okay. I would hate to steal Natalie's thunder. Well, thank you guys. It really is an awesome opportunity to be here representing the fair. As you guys have surely been involved in the fair for quite a while, you know what it means to the families and to the kiddos that have worked so hard on these projects. I knew I grew up, and it really was just, the sale day was like the highlight because you find out what all that work paid off for. So thank you guys for being supporters of the Missouri State Fair, and we can't wait to see how this sale turns out. Thank you.
I think I'm a little tired. That's the second time I've got wrong names or wrong dates. At this time, it's my privilege to introduce to you the chairman of the Missouri State Fair Commission, Mr. Kevin Roberts.
Thanks, Mark. I want to welcome everyone here today. Missouri State Fair Sale of Champions is always something that we look forward to. We certainly, on behalf of the entire State Fair Commission, we want to thank Wayne and Rodney and all of the members of the Youth and Ag Committee. They put in a tremendous number of hours, not just yesterday and today getting ready for this event, but throughout the year. We certainly want to recognize them. We certainly want to also recognize the more than 3,200 youth exhibitors that come to this fair. They didn't all win a class, but the values that they came away from being in the show ring, that's what the Missouri State Fair, that's what Missouri agriculture is all about. We certainly want to say a big shout out to them. Finally, we want to congratulate those 12 exhibitors that were fortunate enough to win their particular breed or their particular livestock class. For those individuals, they emphasize what is the best of the best, not only in our youth, but also in our livestock production. So I want to take just a minute and introduce the balance of our commission. We have Chris Chin, who is the Director of Agriculture for Missouri. Where's Chris? There she is. Chris serves on our commission and does a wonderful job. Ted Shepard is my vice chair. Where's Ted? Ted should be here someplace. Nikki Whitehead, Jack Magruder, Sherry Jones, Don McQuitty, Jim Mathewson, and finally, last but not least, a friend to most of you here in the room, Lowell Mohler. Let's have a great sale, okay, folks? Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you being here, and you guys do a great job, and certainly appreciate that as well. There's a lot of folks that are key in making this whole thing happen, and the chair of the Youth and Ag Committee, Mr. Wayne Yoakley. Wayne, where are you at over there? Get a hand. I'll tell you what, this guy puts in a lot of time and effort. Let's give Wayne a big round of applause. He's done this for a long time, certainly no stranger, one we really appreciate. And I think Rodney Heimer was over there somewhere. Rodney, where are you? Rodney, he's the vice chairman of the committee. He does a lot of work, same like Wayne. Give him a big hand as well. Then there's a young lady that works on this extremely hard and has for years too. She's our secretary treasurer, Sharon Topliff, right over here. She keeps the whole bunch of us in line and does a great job. We appreciate her activities. Overall, there's about 40 plus volunteer members of the group that makes up Youth and Ag. And they've worked extremely hard. This is kind of an ongoing enterprise. We probably begin next week on figuring out what we're going to do for next year. The scholarship process that's in the order will be taking place as well. So a lot of activities, hard-working group. Let's give the whole committee a round of applause. I think they deserve it. Our intern this year for the Sale of Champions, Miss Sarah Bishop from Tipton. Sarah, wave at everybody. She's done a lot of work right here at the State Fair. Has an emphasis in communications and education, majoring in those degrees at the State University in Springfield, working on her master's degree there. We also host a youth dance every year. I think we had over 125 exhibitors participate. That Bud Summers over here, he makes that happen. Appreciate all the effort Bud does on that. Give Bud a quick hand there for working on that aspect. The committee celebrates supporting agricultural education of Missouri youth. To date, we've awarded 606 scholarships totaling $616,500 since we begun back in 1992. Contributions from the Sale of Champions and supporters here, etc., the department's annual Ag Golf Classic, State Fair Foundation, Gesa USA, Seidenstrickers, and the Youth and Ag Committee awarded 34 $1,500 scholarships this past year, one $5,000 Platinum Scholarship provided by the Youth and Ag supporters, and a $2,500 Supreme Scholarship sponsored by Seidenstricker John Deere and Seidenstricker Angus Genetics. So a lot of folks, again, step up and really put their heart and soul into this thing to make it happen. We have a number of those scholarship recipients with us here today, and we're going to ask them to drop into the ring real quick. As I read your name, quickly come forward. We're going to do a photo op here. So if you'll come forward, we have Bailey Crouch was our Platinum Scholarship recipient, Audrey Martin, Supreme Scholarship recipient, Adrian Abishan, Rachel Bagnall. They're not getting here very quick, but please come on in.
Coming.
Rachel Bagnall, Elsie Bailey, Connor Bankus, Maddie Coben, Caleb Coy, Tess Crouch, Paxton Dahmer, Shelby Davis, Madeline Dirks, Jeremy Ellis, Alyssa Engeman, Elizabeth Farmeyer, Rain Falconer, Hattie Grisham, Cassidy Hunt, John Johnson, Peyton Kiley, Ashlyn Peterson, Caitlin Robinson, Miley Schubach, Hannah Strain, Hannah Vietz, and Hannah Wheeler. So if y'all kind of gather here in the center of the ring, and we're going to ask the Chris Chen, our favorite director of Ag, to come up with Wayne and Rodney Heimer for a special presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my honor to be able to present today on behalf of the Missouri Department of Agriculture this check for the Youth in Ag Scholarship. Our vision at the Department of Agriculture is how can we bring that next generation back home to our rural communities to make sure that they're prosperous. And I think part of that goes into investing in our youth of tomorrow. Today, we're presenting a check for $12,000 to this program, scholarship program. And this money was raised from our golf tournament that we had in June. We'd like to announce who our Eagle sponsors were for this event because they were a huge part of us being able to make this happen. ADM, the H3 Cattle Company, the Missouri Department of Conservation, the Missouri Pork Association, the Missouri Soybean Association, and Nestle Purina. On behalf of all the employees at the Missouri Department of Agriculture, we support our youth and we congratulate you and we hope that your future is bright. So thank you guys for everything you do for the future of agriculture.
Very good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's give them all one more big round of applause. A lot of success standing right here in the ring. A lot of important aspects for the future of Missouri agriculture, no doubt about it. We recognize Jorge Guevara, owner of Gesa USA LLC. They're a huge supporter in the Sedalia community and the Missouri State Fair. Gesa has a concessions contract with the grandstands and will support Youth and Ag Scholarship Fund based on the number of tickets sold to the concerts. So join me in thanking Jorge and Gesa USA for their generosity and special support of youth here in Missouri. Thank you, Jorge. It's important to note that 30% of the day's sale proceeds will be used by the committee to give out these scholarships and pay for youth development activities. Scholarship applications for those that are interested will be available on the State Fair's webpage the 1st of November. We need to have those in by February 1st of 2019. Now we're going to recognize a very special individual who supported youth at the Missouri State Fair for a long, long time, been actively involved in this enterprise here for a number of years. Barbara Hayden, would you step into the ring, please? I think you're around here close somewhere. She's president and CEO of Starline Brass here in Sedalia, family-owned operated business that prides itself on producing the highest quality brass available. She served as a member of the State Fair Commission for the past 12 years and currently serves as the board member for the State Fair Foundation. Starline's a long-term, generous supporter of many youth and veterans organizations, including the Missouri State Fair, Youth and Ag, Boys and Girls Clubs, Boy Scouts of America, Missouri State Fair Foundation, Missouri 4-H Foundation, and many junior livestock shows, just to name a few. Please join us, and let's thank Barbara Hayden for her commitment to Missouri agriculture and her sincere dedication. I think it'd be important to point out, too, that Barbara and Starline was purchasers in the sale of our ham and bacon here this past Thursday. They bought the champion ham for $16,000, the reserve champion ham for $10,000, and the champion bacon for $9,000. All three of those were record prices to be paid for those items here at the State Fair. And it's the first time in history that one individual and one company has purchased all three items. So again, just underlines her tremendous support for agriculture and the youth of this state. So thank you, Barbara Hayden.
I would just like to thank everyone that has been a part of about the sale of champions. And we are very fortunate to have all of you here in the audience with us today. And so we'll look forward to next year being even bigger and better. Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you, Barbara. Congratulations.
Well, like we said before, it takes a lot of working parts to make this whole thing come together, and we've got a handful of key individuals that work in the various barns here on the grounds. I want to recognize our species superintendents, David Dick with the beef. Where's David at? I know he's around here, got a hat in the air. You bet, David. Mr. Jerry Reed, the swine barn. Jerry, are you handy? Jerry Reed, give him a big hand too. Leon Buzdigger, the sheep superintendent. Leon, thank you what you do. Tony Perryman with the poultry. Tony, are you back over there? Anyway, Tony, give him a hand for poultry. David Rugen with rabbits. I saw Dagan here just a little bit ago. And Borgoats is Randy Plattner. So Randy, hopefully you're back right over here, you bet. So those guys have a big job on hand in their specific barns and trades they do, so they keep things in order and help us get stuff into the ring here today. This entire auction today is being broadcast live by KMMO Radio Online and by KRLI Radio Online and their FM station, 103.9 FM. On KMZU Radio Online and live updates on their FM station, 100.7 FM. We also welcome Jim Bly with UClick TV from Chillicothe out here in the middle, who is broadcasting the sale live on the web and on Facebook. We recognize Nick Barwick with Missouri Farm Bureau, who is videotaping the sale. They've done this for many, many years, and we certainly appreciate that service. MFA Incorporated Sedalia, Sims Feed and Supply of Sweet Springs have supplied the setup and the sale ring here today, and they've been great to do that sort of thing. And we also thank the Mizzou Meat Market in Columbia and Smith Creek Custom Processing in Fortuna for processing the 2018 champion animals. A couple other housekeeping announcements before we get started. Chip Kemp's back here. He's going to be your ringmaster for the day. He'll be on hand to make sure we get all the animals moved in and out of the ring in a timely fashion. And Pearl Whitehall, Pearl's Picks, is the official State Fair photographer and will be taking photographs immediately after the sale as well. So we ask the audience to refrain. She'll be taking pictures during the sale, but after as well. The audience, we ask you to refrain from taking photos ringside during the sale so as not to interrupt that process. Tanya Sloan and Deetta Murphy, see those two gals, and they'll be coordinating official photos immediately following the sale. Roger Husloggy, Steve Nodler, they'll be taking the buyer and invoice information around the ring during the sale. And all buyers and their families are invited to a dinner following the sale, which will be held right back here in the Assembly Hall. So, Mike, I think we've got through all that stuff right now. We're ready to get on with an auction, so if you want to make a few comments, go ahead.
I do.
Then I'll talk about the first lot, and we'll get it in the ring.
All right, thank you very much. Just hold that first lot just a minute. Again, I'm going to reiterate just a couple of points, though. I don't know that we can say enough good things about Chris Chin, our Department of Agriculture Secretary. She's been in ag all of her life, and many of you have heard her name long before she ever set foot in Jeff City on a capacity that she's on now. I had a pleasure of meeting Governor Mike Parsons not too long ago, in fact, at a beef event here on the fairgrounds, and I'm certain, I don't know that we've had a governor, maybe, I just don't remember one that's as dedicated to agriculture as what maybe Mike Parsons is. Another person that I think is probably the most important, and I'm going to reiterate this as well, to our Sale of Champions committee. This is a year-long event, and it's when today is over, it's not near over. There's money to be collected, there's photos, there's press releases, there's organization getting ready for next year, there's scholarship organization, there's emails. Sharon Topliff does a magnificent job, and I do not know how this committee would work without her, and I just want to work. She was right over here somewhere. Guys, she's an amazing woman, and I just want her to know that she's very appreciated. Barbara, I don't know, I didn't see you at our last family reunion, but I remembered that after you purchased that ham and that bacon, I'm pretty sure I'm kin to you somewhere, okay? Yeah, I don't know if it's a cousin or what, but we're kin. Okay, that said, again, the sound man is Brian Boggs. I do want to mention Brian. We couldn't do this and have all this stuff hooked up without Brian. Again, Pearl is right up here. Hold your hand up a minute, Pearl. She is the official photographer. She is going to ask that not anybody, or if you do, you make it pretty fast, come across that ring. She's trying to get professional photography, and the young lady down here in front, of course, works with her and such. So, but after the sale, immediately after the sale, the pictures will be taken over here. They're going to be taken in the exact same order as we're selling, meaning the chickens and then the rabbits and right on down through the line. So if you are a buyer or you're the exhibitor, kind of possess yourself over here in this area, and we'll get those pictures. Dieta Murphy is standing back here somewhere. Dieta, hold your hand up. I know that some of these people can't see you, and Tanya Sloan, they're going to be organizing that. So you look for Dieta or Tanya, and she'll get you in the right place at the right time. The sale order, of course, is rabbits, chickens, goats, lambs, swine, beef, and then last but not least, as Samantha showed you, we're going to sell that belt buckle. That said, it's time to introduce the ringmen for today. Guys, all three of them have worked here. Pat Henderson will be working over here on the left side. He's no stranger to the livestock industry or the car industry, car business and car auctions. Jay Purchase will be working out front. And my son, Colton Williams. Colton, you know, you're the young one here. And even though you've worked two or three rings, there's an old saying that amongst ringmen, that a seasoned ringman and an older ringman, they look at a sale catalog to see how many lots there are. The young ringmen, they look in the front of the book to see if their name's in it. Yeah, that's the difference. All right, that said, fellas, I think we're ready to get underway. I would tell you one more thing. There's lots of hometown support. It's figured in here. It all goes to the youngsters. We appreciate the good hard work that they've done. At the end of the day, if in fact you're not a buyer, we hope you're all lots of bidders and such, but make sure if you bid that you can write the check. I will say that, but at the end of the day, if in fact you want to donate to the scholarship activities, scholarship funds, there's be some of these little forms right up here, and Don Nicodem will be glad to help you fill those out and take your money. That said, I think we're ready to get underway. Let's lead off with that champion pen of rabbits, if you would.
Okay, our grand champion pen of rabbits was exhibited by Allison Veman of New Florence, Missouri. She's daughter of James and Donna Veman, member of the Montgomery County R2FFA chapter. Her pen of Californian rabbits weighed in at an average of 5 pounds. So let's welcome Allison and her champion pen of rabbits to the ring. Give them a hand.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, they are a great pen. Now we're just selling the rabbits now. The twins don't go. Here we go. Here we go to tell me. What are they thinking now? Here we go to tell me 5 grand. Here we go to 5. Here we go to 3 grand. Here we go to 3 grand. Here we go to everybody bid 500. 5, 6 and a half. 6, 7, 8. Now 9. 8 in a bid now 9. 9. Here we go to 9 now. $1,000 bid. Here we go to 9 bid 10. 9, 10 now 11. 11 a bid now 11. Bid now 11. Now 12. Here we go to 12 now 12. 12 and a bid now 13. 14. 15. 15. 17 and a half 2. 2 grand. Here we go to tell me 2 grand. Here we go to 2 now 2. 17 bid now 2. 2 now 2. Ag Power, you're out 2. 22 and a half. 22 and a half now 5. 25. 22 and a half now 5. 5. Here we go to 25. 5 now 5. 2 and a half 5. 25. 27 and a half. 26, 7, 27, 8, 28, 28, but better than 8, 8, here we get an 8, but better than 8, now 8, but better than 8, 8, here we get an 8, now 9, 28 bid, now 3, but better than 3, 3, here we get a dummy 3, 3 grand, but better than 3, today and a day, but better than 3, 3, here we get a dummy 3, yes, 3, right there, 3, Pat, 3, now 1, 3 grand 31, 3 grand 31, but better than 1, now 1, but better than 3 grand 31, but better than 1, can everybody understand me all right? 3,000 is bid. I'm asking for 3,100. 3,100. The money's right back here. 3 grand 31. 31 on a bid. Now 1. My bid on a 1. Here we get a 1. Now 1. My bid on a 31. Now 2. 32. My bid on a 2. Here we get a 2. Now 2. Now 3. 33. 34. 35. My bid on a 4. 5. 35. My bid on a 5. 6. 36. Now 7. 37. Where? 36 going to bid 7. Now 8. Now 9. 39. My bid on a 9. Now 9. Now 4. 4 grand. My bid on a 4. Now 4. Leave her there. Right there. 4. 4 grand. My bid on a 4. Now 4. 4 grand. My bid on a 4. Now 4. Now. I'd say that's a pretty big bite. I've got $10,000 offered right there from Barbara Hayden. Does anybody want to be 15? I'd like to know how far she'd go. 10,000, now 11,000 where? 10 grand, but at 10, 11,000 where? $10,000, but at 10, 11 I have. Sold her right down there, $10,000. Barbara Hayden. Barbara Hayden. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a record for rabbits, just so you know.
So again, thanks Barbara Hayden for her purchase of the Grand Champion pen of rabbits. So if you'll come into the ring, we'll make a presentation.
Okay. Hello, my name is Allison Beeman, and I'm a member of the Montgomery County R2 FFA chapter in the Bellflower Boosters 4-H Club. First, I would like to say thank you to Miss Hayden. Second, I would like to say thank you to the Youth and Ag Committee for this opportunity to be in the Sale of Champions. Congratulations to the other winners. Mom and Dad, thank you for driving us around and giving us the weekends and letting us follow our dreams. Cody, even though you're not up here talking doesn't mean this isn't partly yours, and I'm so happy you're my twin. And remember, I'm older. Colton, not that you have a choice, but thanks for being a big supportive brother. Grandma Jackie, Grandma Don, Grandpa Don, Grandma Ann, Grandpa David, and Grandma Sue, thanks for always being there for us. Kevin Theobald, Wayne Mary Dell, Justin Nash, Al Rowland, Marie Shepard, Don Marzowski, and the Grumman family. Thank you for always being there, and for the amazing breeding stock to make our rabbitry what it is today. For your knowledge and making this day possible. John, Debbie, Michael, Jess, Luke, Lane, Kyle, Sarah, and Stella, words cannot express how grateful we are for giving us this opportunity. Thank you. I love you all. To my hometown support and Miss Hayden, thank you for your support and generosity. Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
All right.
I don't know. I just want to say thank you.
Okay. All right. You betcha.
All right,
I
we're
can't wait for the reserves.
Off to a great start. Coming in next will be lot number 2, the Reserve Champion Pen of Rabbits, exhibited by Braden Gast of Nevada, Missouri, the son of Brian Gast and Michelle Branham. He's a member of the Country Clovers 4-H Club, and his pen of Californian rabbits weighed in at about 5.2 average. Let's welcome Braden and the reserve champion, Pen of the Rabbits, into the ring. So give him a hand.
All right, coming to you, fellas. You betcha the reserve champion, Pen of Rabbits. Braden Gass from Nevada. Braden told me next year he's planning on showing steers and barrows. So, all right, hopefully here we go. Here we go to tell me what are they going to? Here we go to tell me who wants to give 10,000 here. Here we go to tell me 10. Then that'll be a bit of 10 now. 10. A bit of $5,000 bill. That bidding now 12.50. 15. A bit of 15. Where 15 ADM? You got to be 15. 15. 17 and a half. 2. 2 grand. A bit of do 2. Here we go. Yes 2. Now 22 and a half. 5. 25 at a bid now. 5. A bit of 25. A bit of 5. 7 and a half. 27 and a half. Now 3. 3 grand, 35, 35 at a bid now. 5. I got the Missouri rabbit breeders in right here, boys. At 35, I got 37 and a half. Now 4 grand, 42 and a half. 4 grand, 1, 2, 42 at a bid now. Tap a bid at a 42. Ag Power, you're not in. 42 at a bid now. 2. Neither is Buffalo. 42. 42 at a bid now. 2, 3. 43 at a bid now. 4. Now 5 a bid at a 45. Where? 44 at a bid now. 5 a bid at now 6. 46, I got one right there. Now 7, 47. Coltsman's in right down there. 48, 9, 49, 5 grand. I think a bit of a 5 lever right there. 5 grand, a bit of a 5, one more 5. Give me 5, a bit. Yes, 5 now 1. 5 grand, $5,100 bit, a bit of a 5 grand, 51. 5 grand, 51. 51 one time. Ag Power, you're out. 5,100. So is Buffalo Livestock. 51 one time. I sold right there, Missouri rabbit breeders, $5,000, $5,000. That's going to go. I'm going to put Buffalo with that. Is that all right? That'll sure help. Okay, yeah, Buffalo Livestock is going to be a co-buyer with Missouri rabbit producers. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Speak.
Yeah, it's your turn to speak. Testing.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Missouri Rabbit Breeders Association for buying my rabbits. I know none of this could be possible without your support. I feel honored to be a part of the Sale of Champions, and I would like to thank the Youth and Agriculture Committee for all the work they put into this behind the scenes to make this possible. I'd also like to thank my family for all they do. Also, I'd like to thank the Scott family, the Dummer family, and the Wiss family. Thank you.
Braden, this is why that the Missouri Rabbit Breeders Association does the things that they do. They put on shows and raise money to get to this point, to support the youth in the 4-H and FFA. And that's what's important. So, thank you.
He cried the other night, too, when he won, so it was understandable.
I'm pretty sure if I sold rabbits for $5,000, I'd cry, too. You betcha.
Okay,
Yeah, I've cried for a lot less, I can tell you. All right, let's do the champion pen of chickens if we could.
Lot number 3, Grand Champion Pen of Chickens, exhibited by Miles Massey of Oronogo, and he's the son of Brian and Kate Massey. He's a member of the Spring River 4-H Club. Chickens weighing 7.2 pounds each. Let's welcome Miles and his Grand Champion Pen of Birds to the ring. So, congratulations.
Now, I've got I'm just reaching back here. Are you all kin to some chicken producers that won many, many years ago? They are, aren't they? Is that Madsen? Is that the right name? Who? Madsen? Okay. Now, was that the little lady that was thanked Chevrolet? Yeah. If my memory serves me correct, a Chevrolet dealer bought it, and she was thanking everybody and everybody she could think of, and she finally just ended her say with, "And I thank Chevrolet." Yeah, I'll never forget it. All right, guys, here we go. The champion pen of chickens, if you would. Here we go to tell me, what are they going now? Here we go to tell me $5 grand. $1,000 bet, but at $3 grand, but at 3. Here we go to tell me $1,000 bet, but at 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15 right there, 17 and a half. Jay didn't get in now. 2 grand, but at 2, 22 and a half. Concessionaires, you're not in now. 5, 25 at a bid now. 7 and a half. Edward Jones, 7 and a half. Now 3 grand, but at 3 grand, but at 3, 31. Let's do 1, 31, 2, 3, 33. 32 at a bid. I'll do it 32 and a half one time. Now 3, 33 at a bid now. But at a 2 and a half. 3, 32 and a half. 30 but at a 3 now. 3. I cut it pretty short for you. Edward Jones, if you want in, 32 and a half's right there. Now 3, 33 at a bid now. But at a 3 where? 32 and a half. 33 at a bid now. But at a 3. Anybody else before I go? 3,300 one time. All in and all done. Sold right down there. 32.50. 32.50.
ADM's a buyer.
Is that ADM? You betcha.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank Edward Jones.
You can come with me. All right, Miles, you ready? This is your turn, okay?
Yep. Go ahead, Miles.
Hello, my name is Miles Massey, and this is my first year showing at the Missouri State Fair. I would just like to thank my buyer for purchasing my animal, and I would also like to thank my family for their love and support during this show season. I'd like to thank my local feed store for helping me feed these champions. And again, then just a bunch of other hometown supporters for helping me during the show season.
Congratulations, Miles. We greatly appreciate your business. We thank the Missouri State Fair Association for letting ADM be a part of this great event every year. So congratulations again. Let's give him a hand.
You betcha. ADM, Adam McCall right here, fellas. Thank you very much, Adam.
Next in the ring will be Lot 4, our reserve champion pen of chickens. They're exhibited by Alexandra Gast of Nevada, daughter of Brian Gast and Michelle Branham. Member of the Nevada FFA chapter. Chickens weigh in an average of 6.4 pounds each. Let's welcome Alexandra and her reserve champion pen of birds into the ring. Give them a hand.
All right. Quite a pen of birds. All right, fellas, your reserve champion pen of chickens, and tell me, here we go to tell me, what are they going to now? Here we go to tell me 3 grand, but at a 3 grand, 2 grand, but at a 2, now 10, but at a 500. I'll take it. 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 1,500, now 17 and a half, but at a 16, 17, 18, 18, but at an 8, Colts in at 18, 19, 18, 19, now 2 grand, but at a 2, here we go to tell me 2, 21, 21 and a bit now 1, but at a 21, 22, 21 and a bit now 10, but at a 2, the sorority is out. Hey guys, now the sorority is in. 23, 24, 3 and a half. I wasn't asking for that. 23 and a half, 24. Yes, 4. MU sorority right there, and tell me 5. 24 at a bid now 5. 25 at a bid 4 and a half. Would that help you? Windsor Livestock. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I got 4 and a half right there with Colts Man. Now 5. 25, now 7 and a half. Let's take bigger bites. 25, 7 and a half. 25 at a, well, 26 then. 26. 25, 26 at a, 25.50 help you. What's your old tightwad over there want to do, Pat? He's the one wanted to cut the bid. 25 and a half. 25 at a bid now half. Here we go. Sold right up there. 2,500. 2,500. You betcha.
Sigma Alpha, come on down to the ring.
MU's Sigma Alpha sorority. You bet. That's also good. Yep. I'm going to put Windsor with you. Is that all right? You'll write the check?
Windsor Livestock.
Windsor's going to help out there, guys. Windsor Livestock, Rodney Drenham. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
In the past 10 days, I've seen how many people there truly are behind one successful moment. I'd like to thank a few people. Dad, for pushing me to work hard and never back down from a challenge. Mom, thank you for instilling patience in me, because Lord knows I need it. Heather, thank you for loving me during my sassy moments and teaching me to take pride in everything I do. Cindy, Jessica, and Donnie, thank you for keeping a close eye on my stock when I'm away from home during the summer and being my biggest fans. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my brother.
One of them's laughing and one of them's crying.
Being able to sell alongside you this year has been nothing short of a blessing, especially because it's my last summer in high school. I'm so excited to see all the great things you're going to accomplish, but never forget, I'll always be there to cheer you on and be your biggest fan and make some smart comments along the way. Once again, thank you to my buyers and hometown supporters. Without you, none of this would be possible.
As a professional sorority for agriculture women at the University of Missouri, we're really proud to be here and to support the future of agriculture and these amazing youth. So thank you for having us and congratulations.
You bet. We want to thank MU Sigma Alpha. They've been bidding and bidding and bidding, and they finally got one.
Well, moving right along to a little bit larger size animal, we're going to drop in the Grand Champion Meat Goat. Lot number 5 in your catalogs, exhibited by Tate Dilley of Sheldon, Missouri. He's the son of Dustin and Heather Dilley. Member of the Show Me 4-H Club. The meat goat weighed in at 88 pounds. And Tate, we'll soon welcome to the ring. Let's give him a hand.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the Grand Champion Meat Goat, Tate and Dilley from Sheldon, Missouri, and tell me, if I could tell me what are they going to have, tell me $5,000 where? $1,000 bid, $5 now, $5 bid, $1,000 bid, $10 now, $10 bid, $10, 12 and a half, 15, $15,000 bid, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, commissioners in now, 2 and a half, 5, here we go, 25, 7 and a half, 25 at a bid now, 7 and a half, now $3,000. Edward Jones is trying to bid, but I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're thinking, but I just put him in at $3,000. 35, 32 and a half, 5, 35, 35 and a bit. Pat's man's in at 5, 7 and a half, 4, $4,000, 42 and a half, $4,000, a bit at 2 and a half, now 5, a bit at Mike, you got to be 45, $5,000, $5,000, a bit at 5, now 552. The State Fair concessions is out, but you can be at 51 if you want to be. I got 551, now 2. Yes, 2, 3, 53 where? 52 at a bid now, thank a bit at a 53. 53 at, yes, 3, now 4, now 5, now 5, 55, now 5,600. 55 at a bid now, 57, a bit at a 55, 56. 5,500, 5,600 one time. 55, so there's no confusion. I'm right down here at 55. Independent Aggies, you all are out. I got 55, 5,600 one time. I sold right there, $5,500, $5,500.
Edward Jones Associates. Roger, please come on up, and I think you're going to have a co-buyer, right?
Nope. Huh? Nope. Nope, concessionaires were in second place. State Fair concessionaires were in second place.
Thank you to my buyers and hometown support. This has been an amazing experience. Thanks to my family. I know I'm lucky to have so much support. Special thanks to Dad for the extra work. To the Scotton family, thank you for believing in me. Your friendship means so much. I'm excited for the years to come. Also would like to thank the Youth and Ag Committee.
You know this. I'm getting out of the way. Nope, you stay right there for a second.
You can't leave yet. I mean, my gosh, for $5,500, can't you hang around for just a little bit longer? Isn't this one of the most awesome days of the year? I don't know about y'all, but I kind of look forward to this because I know myself. I grew up in 4-H and FFA, and I learned one thing in 4-H and FFA. Think about it for a second. If you want to be successful in business, If you want to be successful in any place of business that you want to be, you learn the most valuable lesson that there is doing your chores every day. Showing up, doing your chores, making decisions. And, you know, all the people at Edward Jones that contributes to this was guys that grew up in 4-H and FFA. And what a wonderful thing to give back. On that list in this program, they talk about supporters and a group of people from Edward Jones. If you do business with any of those guys that's on that list, please go by and tell thank you, because it helps make a really good day important. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Edward Jones. We appreciate it.
Next, coming in the ring will be lot number 6, be your reserve champion meat goat, exhibited by Skylar Scotton from Nevada, son of Shannon and Krista Scotton. Member of the Nevada FFA chapter, bring in a goat that weighs 97 pounds. Put our hands together and let's welcome Skylan and his reserve champion goat.
Yeah, an interesting note. Skylar bred both the champion and the reserve champion goats. The man in the ring right now, he sold one that beat him. But anyway, he's the breeder of both these goats, so hats off to you, Skylar. All right, guys, reserve champion meat goat. Here we go. Here we go. Tell me what are they going to $3 grand? $3 grand. Here we go. I got 500 same way. ADM's in a lead. 500 now. 600. 700 now. 8 now. 9. Now the Culture Man's out. 9 now. 10. 10 on a bid now. 11 now. 12. Ribot's got to be 12. 13. 1300 now. 14. 14. Concessionaires. You got to be 14. 15. 15. 16. 17. Where? 17. 17. Doc Long, you're out. 18. 19. 19 now. 2. 2 grand. 2 now. 10. 2, 21. 21 on a bid now. 1, 20. 1, 2, 22, 3, 23, 3, 4, 4, 5, 25, 6. 26 on a bid now. 5, 5, 6. Hey, you're out. I got 6 right out here. 7, 8, 28. 28, 8. Here we get an 8, 28. Where? 27, a bid now. 8, ADM, you're out. I got 27. Give me an old half. 27 and a half. Have it a bid now. 8. 28, 8 now. 8, 28. Where? 8 now. 9. 28 bid now. 9. Or just give me 3. 28 bid now. 3. Then the 3. I got 28 bid. Anybody want to be a half? 28.50 one time. 2800 and a half. Here we go. 28 and a half one time. Sold down here on the left. Who shall have it? 2,800. Heimer? Yep. Heimer and Associates.
Heimer and Associates are a longtime supporter of youth activities here. Rodney, come on in the ring.
You bet that'll be Heimer Associates and Jesse Heimer Hampshires as well.
First off, I'd like to thank the buyers of my goat, the Heimer crew and family. You guys have been long-time family friends for as long as I can remember, and you're always, some faces that I like to see walking into the fair, and you guys make this event special for me and my family every year, so thank you. I appreciate it a lot. I'd like to say thank you to my hometown support back home. Can't do it without you guys, obviously. It's been an incredible run this year. Thanks for the Dilly family for sticking with us and all the fun we've had over the past several months. Can't wait for the years to come. I'd like to thank my family for all you guys do. You know, we sacrifice a lot doing this all year round. During the winter time, we don't go on vacation. My dad doesn't get to go out to the Denver stock show anymore because of my bad habits like these goats. But I'll tell you, the sacrifices we make as a family and do this as a crew, those memories, they last a lifetime, and they make things like this just really special. So once again, thanks to my family and all my support. It's been an incredible fair so far. I'm excited to come back later in with a goat. So once again, thank you all.
On behalf of our family, my accounting business, our congratulations to the Scotton family. You've, as you said, have been family friends for many years. Had some of my children that were in the Sale of Champions a long time ago with some of your families. So now we got another one coming along, so that's good too. So congratulations. Best of luck to you.
Next in, lot number 7, it looks like we have a repeat. The Grand Champion Market Lamb, exhibited again by Skylar Scotton from Nevada. Lamb weighs in at 133 pounds today, so welcome Skylar back to the ring with the Grand Champion Lamb.
All right. I asked Skylar earlier in the day if this ever gets old, and he said absolutely not. You betcha, and I don't blame him. Guys, your grand champion lamb, again, Skylar Scotton from Nevada. They're good livestock people, and tell me, if you're going to tell me, what are they going to 15,000 where? If you're going to tell me 10 grand, what about it 10, if you're going to tell me 5 grand, what about it 5 now, 5. 5,000, got 5 right up there with Pearl. I got 5,000, 5,500, 5,500 bid now, 5, but at 55 now, 7.5, 7.5, 6 grand. I got Ag Power, 6 grand, 62.5, 5, 55 at a bid now, 7.5, but at 67.5. So tell Side Stricker he's out. Ag Power's bidding over here, 67.5, 67.5, 7 grand, 7 grand, 2.5, 2.5 now, 5, 75 at a bid now, 5, but at a 5. Ribus, you're in 75, 8,000 where? 8 grand, but at 85, but at a Pearl, you're out, 85, 85 at a bid now, 9, 9,000 but at a 9, 95, but at a 5, 10 grand. Ag Power 10, 10.5 where? 10.5, but at a 10.5 now, 11 grand, 11 grand, 11.5, 11.5 at a bid now, 5, but at 11.5, but at 11.5. Colt, I didn't get you. Now 12, you got to be 12. 12 grand. Ag Power's at 12. Side and Stricker, you got to be 12.5. 12.5, 13. 13 now 5. 13 bid now 5, but at a 13.5 where? Ribus is 13.5. 14,000. 14. Which one did you take? Because I'm at 13.5 right up there. 14, 13.5 is right up there. 14, 14 where? 14, but at a 14, 14. 13.5 at a bid now, 14. Sir, unless you all want a partner, I'm at 13.5 right there. I'll let you in for 13,750. He said he's going to buy something later. That'd be okay too. 13.5, 13.7.5. 13.5 at a bid now, 7. Independent Aggies. I got a question. I know you'd said something earlier in the day. Are you kind of considering going with Ribus? You all have talked? Yeah. I've got 13.5. They're putting a group together. They did that. Does anybody else want to give your, well, your man could still bid. 13.5, 7.5. 13.5 at a bid now, 7.5. Here we go. Levy shook his head no, Pat. Said no. Sold right there, 13.5. The Independent Aggies and Ribus Corporation right there. Appreciate what you did. Appreciate you. You betcha. All right. Yep. Side and Stricker thought they were in, didn't they? They weren't. Come. Good job, Skylar.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
I think we have a couple of repeat buyers here again too, Mike.
Yep,
They've
we
been
do
long-time
have.
supporters.
Thank you.
I don't know, but Independent Aggies have been here many years,
many
I'll
times.
tell you that, as well as Ribus. Appreciate both of you.
First off, I'd like to say thanks again to the Independent Aggies and the Ribus Corporation for buying this sheep. This guy's, been fun to drag out this one time this year, and once again, thank you guys for buying my lamb. I'd like to thank the Youth and Agriculture Committee for making this week so special. For all of us exhibitors, this is what we go to bed late at night for and wake up really early working our animals because you guys make it so special and just a dream for us to step right here in the Sale of Champions. I'd also like to say thanks again to my family. I'd like to say just a little bit about them. Spencer, I know you're back there somewhere. Couldn't ask for a better person to look up to and be a better role model. I'll tell you, you're the one person I can always count on. I know I'm 20 years old and I'm still crying in the microphone. I apologize. But like I said, you're the one person I can always count on for treating everybody fairly and just being solid. Dad said a long time ago, we can go as far as we want to go, as long as we treat people right, act the right way, and speak to everybody. And man, you do it the right way. I appreciate it. Mom, always can count on you for a smile. I've never heard you complain one time about staying up late or helping us out in the barn. I know you kind of get mad at us for dragging shavings in the barn or whatever from in the house, but I'll tell you, you're always out there. You always got a smile on your face, and you're the last one to complain, and I appreciate that more than you know. Cousin Corsten, she got to come here tonight and enjoy this with us. I got the opportunity to grow up with her, and Corsten, I'll tell you, You work hard as anybody as I've ever met. You're smart and you're determined, and I can tell you one thing, you're going to accomplish great things in life because you do whatever you set your mind to. And I'll tell you, I love you, and thanks for coming. And then last but not least, my dad. Dad, you're always there. You've always been there, and you always will be. No matter what we needed, you've always been there for us. Man, you're a rock, I'll tell you. No matter what time, day or night, whatever time I call you, you're always there to answer. Give me a word of advice. Whatever I need, you're there for both me and my brother and our family. I know you give up a lot for us, but it's moments like these that make it pay off. And once again, I can't tell you thanks. You know, I took a year off there from college and got to spend it with him. I'll cherish that year forever, and it flew by faster than anybody can even imagine. We were riding around in the truck one day with me and old Buster on the back, my dog, and we have a lot of good life lessons in that truck, I'll tell you. Not only looking at livestock, but talking about life. And there's one thing that my dad said to me, and I'm not even sure if he'll remember this conversation, but I'll tell you, I'll remember it as long as I live. He said, son, you got to have dreams and you got to have goals, because if you don't have dreams and you don't have goals, he said that's just where you'll go, is nowhere. He said you got to have things to reach out for and look forward to in life. You got to sacrifice those things to make it a reality. But he said there's 3 things that you have to reach those goals. He said, number 1, you got to surround yourself with the right people. That's the most important thing. You got to surround yourself with the right people to make a positive impact on your life and to be there and have your back when you fall back and stumble, because I'll tell you, you'll stumble eventually, but you have to have those people to pick you back up and set you on the right course to success. Number 2, you keep your head down and you stick to the course. There will be bumps and there will be turns in the road, but you keep your nose to the grindstone and you make it to your finish line. And number 3, you work as absolutely hard as you can to get there. There's nobody going to ever give you anything. He said you have to do it yourself, and you have to be determined in the pursuit of success. Now, I think those 3 things are incredible, and Dad will never forget that as long as I live. Thank you for telling me that, because I'll tell you, we did that with this sheep, and now the goals and dreams that we had is now a memory, and we have to set new goals and dreams to chase after into the future. With that being said, with all you junior exhibitors out there, keep chasing and keep working hard, because it'll pay off in the long run. Thank you.
Skylar, congratulations again on the many times that you've been in the ring and the words of wisdom that you shared. And as a company, Ribas is involved all over the world in agriculture, but we like to come back to the Missouri State Fair each year by surrounding ourselves with the youth in agriculture and all the quality people here in this arena. So congratulations to you and thank you.
Thank you. The MU Independent Aggies are glad to be here. We've been here before. We love supporting everyone that's here. It's easy to tell. Everyone's very compassionate about what they do, and those are the kind of people we're going to need in the future in agriculture, and that's who we're here to support. So thank you. It's the least we can do.
You bet. Thank you, MU Independent Aggies. Thank you, Ribas. And nice job, Skylar. Thanks. You betcha. Congratulations.
Next in the ring, another entry from Nevada, Missouri, and the Nevada FFA chapter will be Peyton Dahmer with his champion market lamb. Lamb weighed in at 134 pounds, and let's give Peyton a big round of applause. Congratulations.
All right, Peyton. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Reserve Grand Champion Lamb, you betcha. And Peyton Dahmer. Here we go. Here we go, tell me what are they gonna? Here we go, tell me $5 where? I thought you ringman can take your place. Yeah, $5. I bet it $5. $5. I bet it $2. $2. I bet it $2. I bet it 22 and a half. 5. 25 at a bid now. 5. I bet it 5. 7.5. 25 at a bid now. 7.5. Edward Jones. 7.5. $3. $3. 35. 4. $4. I bet it $4. Litten out. 4 now. 45. 5. 5,000 I bet it $5. I bet it $5. 55. 55 at a bid now. 55 at a bid. 55. No, sir, I got 55. $6,000. $6,000. Jerry Litton, $6,000, 65. 65 at a bid now, 5 up at ADM, 65, $7,000. $7,000 up at 75, $8,000. He did $8,000. $8,000 up at $8,000. Edward Jones, $8,000. Here we go, 85, 9. 85 at a bid now, 995. 95 at a bid now, $10,000, $10,000. $10,000, 10, 5. Hey, Colt, how you coming with your section? Haven't heard from them in a while. 10-5, $10,000, 10-5. $10,000 up at 10-5 where? I'll take 2.5. I don't want to. 2.5, 10, 5, 7.5, $11,000. Got to be $11,000. You're both out. You're both out. I'm right out there. $11,000, 11.5. 11.5 at a bid now. $12,000. $12,000, 12.5. Barbara, how you feeling? 12.5, 13. 13,000 at a bid at 13, 13.5. 13.5 at a bid now. 5 up at 13.5. Pat, side and Stricker's out. 13.5. One more. 13.5. 1, 2, 13.2. 2, 3. He did 3, 4, 4, 5, 13, 5. 5 at a bid now, 6. 13 to get a bid now, 6. A bid at a 13, 6. 13 to get a bid now, 6. Here we go. 13, 5 at a 6, now 7. 13, 7 at a bid now, 7. A bid at a 13, 7. 13, 7 where? 13, 7. Pat, 7. 13, 7. 7. Now 8. 13, 8. 13, 8. Now 9. 13, 8 to bid now, 9. A bid at an 8. Now 9. Just so you know, side and Stricker's out. I've got Ron Wolf right down here, 13,800, 13,9, 13,8, 13,9. I said no, sold it, 13,800, right down there, 13,8. Thank you.
That's Ron Wolf on behalf of the Jerry Litton Foundation. So, Ron, please come in the ring and make your
Jerry Litton
presentation.
Memorial Foundation, you betcha. They've been here before too.
You bet.
Don.
Good supporters.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to these guys for buying my lamb here, and thanks to all my hometown support. Really want to thank them for being here to support me, but to support all the other kids that are here today. We really appreciate it more than they know, and so thank you to you guys. I also want to say thanks to all the people on the Youth and Ag Committee here and all the people that are a part of the Missouri State Fair. This is something that, my family and I have been coming to. I've never missed a state fair in my life, and so those people are the ones that really make this a positive experience for those of us that get to come here, and I can't say thank you enough to all the people back here behind the scenes for all the work they do. If you guys would, let's just give them a round of applause. They really deserve it. It's a thankless job that they don't get recognized near enough, I don't think. I promise I'll try to keep it brief, but this is the last time that you're ever gonna get to hear from me in here, and so I'll try to keep it as brief as I can. But I don't have a big inspiring speech. Skylar, my buddy, and I were talking back there about the speeches we prepared, and I can promise you I probably can't top his. That was pretty awesome. But I just do want to say a few thank yous. There's a lot of people that I need to thank. This is the last time that I'm ever going to have the opportunity to be here in this ring or to be on the Missouri State Fairgrounds as an exhibitor, and so I just want to recognize those people that have helped me and pushed me to be at this point. And so just kind of starting with my family. There's some people there that they really don't get enough recognition, and I can assure you that they'd probably tell you that I'm one of the hardest people to deal with that there is out there. And this summer was really one to remember, and this is a special fair for my family, not just because it's my last time in the ring, but lots of special things happening for our family, and get to share this ring here with my brother and all the things that he's accomplished this year. But talking about goals, the first goal that I set was to convince my parents to open up some spots in our pig barn to let me keep these sheep in there. And that was the first goal I had as a youngster, and I finally convinced them to let me do that. And kind of fast forward a few years, and I set another goal, and that was to make this sale of champions with the sheep. My family wasn't raised in the sheep industry, and I wanted to work my tail off and make it here, and I did that. And that was the first goal I set. And as you fast forward a couple more years, here it is, my last year being able to show, and I set another goal ago, and that's what I wanted to finish in this ring if I possibly could. It was something that I really wanted to try, and kind of going back to my family, it's something that I wouldn't be in this ring right now my last year if it weren't for them. I had a busy summer, had a summer internship, and if it weren't for my family and a few other special people, I would not be here in this ring and getting to achieve this goal on my last year. And so just to kind of talk, my mom and dad, thanks for letting me show these things. Let's start with that. Thanks for letting me convince you of that, and thanks for all your support over the years. I know, like I said, I'm tough to deal with, but I don't say thank you enough for everything that you guys do. Paxton, I know you probably weren't home very much this summer either, but I know when you were there that you were helping out Paige and helping me get to this ring, and so I really appreciate all that you did too. And then there's one person that I want to thank especially because she kind of got left out of the limelight, and I know that it was probably the biggest driving force behind me getting to be here this year, and she's getting to sit up in the stands, and she had a goal this summer too, and she sacrificed all that she could on her behalf so that I could be here on my last year. And so, Paige, I can't say thanks enough for all of your help this summer. There's a few other people that didn't get to be here. All my grandparents back at home. There's one person that I know it's killing that she doesn't get to be here, but one of our biggest supporters. She doesn't get to be here to watch this year, but I hope she's watching at home. But Grandma, if you're listening, we think about you, and even though you're not here, we know you are in spirits, and you've been my biggest supporter and Paxton Page's biggest supporters all our life, and so I just wanted to thank her because she didn't get to be here, and I know that it's really killing her to not be here today. And so, past my family, there's a lot of other people to thank. Craig Green's not here, but that's somebody that I've been able to look up to my entire life. He really helped me. Craig's like an older brother to me, and I know he's probably watching here, and I'll tell you, the last time I was in this ring, I forgot to mention Craig, and so I told him that I'd be 100% sure that I got to thank him because he's done more for me than I can even describe, and so I wanted to thank him for that as well. And so just to kind of wrap up here, I'm sorry I talked a little long, but I just wanted to get those thank yous out because there's so many important people, and kind of like Skylar talked about, this is a family affair, not just for me, but I see lots of other exhibitors sitting out here in the stands that we get to show against every weekend, and I know that it's a family thing for them too. And so there's been lots of scrutiny out there on the internet talking about the things that we do, and we're not going to go into depth about that, but I just want to challenge everybody out there to continue to be a positive influence for what we're doing right here. I want everybody to share the positive things, not the negative things, because there's so much good that comes out of this project. It brings families together, it brings kids together and communities together. I had the opportunity to take a picture back there with 5 or 6 kids that I've grown up with my entire life back there from the same county, and that's what this project does. And so I just want to encourage everybody to share the positive things in life when it comes to this project. I'll get off of here. This is the last time you'll hear from me, but thanks to everybody who supported me over the years. It's been a really fun ride.
I first want to congratulate Hayden for this great project. My kids raised sheep as part of their FFA project. I know how difficult this is. Some of you older people there, 40 years ago, last week, was when Jerry Litton and his family were killed in that tragic plane accident. And so we're proud to be able to continue this legacy, and we think this project is a great way for us to do that. Our special thanks to the State Fair Foundation, and it's especially to the Youth and Ag Committee for this great program they have. All right, thank you. Hayden, congratulations. I'm kind of curious, when are you running for office? All right.
Okay, next in we have number 9 in your catalog, the Grand Champion Barrow, exhibited by Maggie Cummins of Santa Fe, daughter of Andrew and Amy Cummins, member of the Eager Beavers 4-H Club. He has a crossbred barrow, weighs 284 pounds. Let's put our hands together and welcome Maggie and our Grand Champion Barrow to the ring.
Yeah, Maggie told me just a sidebar, but the Grand Barrow at the Iowa State Fair and this Grand Barrow at the Missouri State Fair, I'm not sure if they were litter mates, but they certainly came from the same farm. It's kind of interesting, and hats off to that breeder. All right, guys, here we go. The grand champion barrow, Missouri State Fair. And Maggie, you're driving a good one, and you do a good job. Maggie's from Paris, Missouri, and tell me, here we go to tell me, what are they going to, here we go to tell me $50,000 bill. Here we go to tell me 30 grand, I'm going to 30 grand, I'm going to 30 grand where? Here we go to tell me 10 grand. Guys, I've got an opening bid of $5,000 from Dr. Patterson. You betcha. Bormax bore stud. Fellas, is opening the bid at $5,000. One about $7,500. $5,750. 10 grand Wheeler. Got to be 10. 10.5. 10.5 at a bid now. 5 up at a 10.5. Where? 10.5. 11 grand. Up at 11. 11.5. Concessionaires. Ag Power. 12 grand. 12.5. Up at a 13. Tell Chaz Wheeler he's out. 13.5. 15. 15,000 up at a 15. 17.5. 15. 17.5. Ag Power. 17.5. 20 grand. 20 grand. Up at a 20 grand. 22.5. 22.5 now. 25 Butler, you got to be 25. 25, 7.5. 27.5. 25 at a bid now. 27.5. 28 grand. Tell Che, guys, I got 28 grand on the right with Bruce Butler, ESP Feeds. Chaz Wheeler needs to be at 28. 28,000. Thank you. Now 30 grand. 30 grand. 30 grand, 32.5, 32.5, 35, 35 at a bid now, 33.4, 33's right there, 34, 34 now, 35, 35 at a bid now, 35 where? 35 a bid at a 5, 36, 37, 38, 38, 38 where? Hey guys, I got two of you on, just so you know. I'm 37,000 right down here with Wheeler. Want to be 38,000. Yes, he's shaking his head. Yes, 38. Now 40,000. 38 bid now 40. 38 bid now $40,000 bill. 38 bid now 40, 39. Help anybody. 38, 39. 38 bid now. Now I'm up at a 9 now. Now I'm up at a 39. 38, 39. One time I sold right out front, $38,000. 38,000. Hey. Now, ESP, Bruce, you're going to want to be a part of that, right? Chaz Wheeler wants to be a part of it. Thought he did. Is Chaz? Yep. Wheeler Auctions and Real Estate. Come on in, guys. We appreciate all of you. Appreciate all you contending bidders, Ag Power, you betcha. Bormax, Doc Patterson, we appreciate your opening bid. He also has the Passionate Pigs. Yes, sir. All right, let's go. Huh?
My name is Maggie Cummins, and I would like to start out by thanking my buyer. Without your support, this wouldn't be possible, and I am forever grateful. Thank you to Branding's Genetics for an outstanding barrow that I had the pleasure of showing. Thank you to my hometown support, and you have been amazing, and I will never forget the outstanding support you have showed me. To everyone that works to put on this sale, thank you. To my mom, dad, and my sister Katie, thank you. Thank you for the countless hours that you helped me in the barn. Thank you for the many miles that you drive us to the shows. Thank you for always supporting me and giving me that extra push when I need it. I would like to say something to the young show kids out there. Never give up. Never be scared to pour your blood, sweat, and tears into your livestock. Never be scared to ask questions, and always remember that hard work does pay off. Thank you.
I'm not much of a speaker, so I'll let Kevin talk a little bit, but I do want to say congratulations to Maggie and her family. I'm lucky enough to know them for a long time. They're hard workers, and there's not too many people that know more about hogs than Maggie, so congratulations to you all.
Congratulations, Maggie. As a former 4-H'er and FFA'er and FFA advisor and kids at show, I know how much work you put in this summer. So, Brandon and I represent Regional Missouri Bank. We have locations in Paris, Monroe County, Glasgow, Keatsville, Salisbury, and Marceline. And we're glad to be able to take part in this and able to contribute to Youth in Ag and the scholarship funds that go along with this. We'd also like to thank the contributing buyers that have helped make this possible with Elite Swine and Chaz Wheeler. We're glad to work hand in hand to make this happen. It's been a great experience for us, and congratulations to your family, Maggie, and yourself.
Congratulations, Maggie. What an accomplishment. It's
it's an honor for us to be here and to be a part of the Sale of Champions. Lots of hard work, lots of sacrifice, a lot of time that these kids put in, and this is about as high as you can get, Maggie, in the state of Missouri. You don't go much better. I just know that when we're out and we're about, and we talked about finding people for the next level, we always look at those 4-H and FFA members first, primarily because they have the passion, they have the dedication, they have the work ethic that we're looking for to come join us and to make a business more successful. So, and I kind of will echo what Skylar said. He's kind of a tough act to follow, so just thanks for letting us be a part.
All right, thank you. You betcha, guys. Regional Missouri Bank out of Paris, Missouri, and the other places he mentioned. Thank you very much. Wheeler Auctions and Real Estate out of Paris, Missouri. Thank you very much. And ESP, you betcha, Bruce Butler Swine Feeds and Programs. We thank you.
Well, Mike, that was a record price for our champion barrow. And not only that, if my date is right, that may be the record price we've ever sold an animal for here at the sale before. So congratulations, everybody, making that happen.
You
New
bet.
all-time record on any animal
All
in the
right,
sale.
now, Reserve Grand Champion.
Reserve Grand, exhibited by Connor Keithley from Chillicothe, son of Chad and Betsy Keithley. Connor is a member of the Chillicothe FFA, 281-pound Duroc barrel. Welcome, and on with the auction.
All right, Connor, I don't know if there's ever been a Duroc barrow walk through this ring. I do not remember one, and I've been here since back in the 80s. Guys, now I might have missed one. I may have forgot it. But anyway, congratulations, Connor. Ladies and gentlemen, the Reserve Grand Champion barrow. Reserve Grand Champion barrow 2018 Missouri State Fair, and tell me, the auction's on. If I get to tell me, what are they going to, if I get to tell me 20 grand where? $20,000 baby, but at 20 grand, I'm at 5 grand, 5 grand, I got Bormax again, 5 grand, 7,500, 50, 7,500, now 10, $10,000 baby, but at 10, 10, 5, $10,000 baby, but at 10, 5, but at 10, 5, 11 grand, 11 grand, 11, 5, Edward Jones, you got to be 11, 5, 12, 12 grand, but at 12, 12, 5, but at 15 grand, 15 grand, Ag Power, 15, 17.5, 17.5, now 20 grand, 20 grand, but at 22.5, 22.5, now 30, 20, now sir, he's saying 25. I'll do it, 25, 7.5, 27.5, 28, I'll do 8, 28, 9, 30 grand, 30 grand, 30 grand, 35 grand, 30 grand, I'm at 31. 31. I've got 30 grand right down here. 31 where? 30,000 baby, but at 31. I'm at 1 now. 1. I'm at 30,000. 31 where? $30,000 bill. 31. I'm at 1 nigh. All in and all done. Sold right down there. $30,000. 30,000. Edward Jones again. Thank you. BTC Bank. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Doug Fish is bidding over there. We appreciate both of you. We appreciate you pooling your money, $30,000 Reserve Champion barrow.
And that's another sale record for us, Mike.
Good deal. I like records. I like records. Doug, thank you very much. Come in, guys.
Thank you. We're good to go then? It is such a great honor to be here selling my Reserve Grand Champion Market barrow, Redman. This entire year has been an amazing experience. Redman and I have spent many hours together, from the early morning feedings to the late night walks. I've truly enjoyed every minute of my time with him, and I'm really going to miss him. First, I'd like to thank my buyers and hometown supporters. I've been overwhelmed by their support and willingness to donate to this sale. Second, I would like to thank the staff of the Youth and Agriculture Fund of the Missouri State Fair Foundation for all their hard work in putting together this show and sale. Without them, none of this would be possible. Next, I want to thank Lance Martin, my FFA advisor, and Zach Trout for all their guidance this year in learning the ropes of showing hogs. Both these guys have been amazing role models for me in and out of the showing, and have shared their love and passion for FFA with me. I couldn't ask for better mentors, and thankful for them and the entire Chillicothe Show family. I would also like to thank Lance Martin Show Pigs for breeding my dog, Redman.
He has been a great barrow, and I've learned so much from him and you. Finally, I want to thank my parents' family for all their support this year. They have helped me with everything I've needed for this project, from help building my hog building to driving me to hog shows to washing my stinky hog clothes. I really appreciate their love and support. Thanks again for this privilege. I am so blessed and grateful to have gotten this experience. Thank you.
Congratulations.
BTC Bank will be celebrating our 100th anniversary next year, and since 1919 we've been serving Northwest Missouri's farmers and agriculture community, and in those 99 years we've had farm crisis, we've had floods, we've had droughts, we've had volatility in commodity prices, and obviously 2018 is not any different. But in that 99 years, there's one constant that continues to happen, and we're seeing that today, is that the youth that are involved in agriculture, it's their hard work, it's their desire to improve efficiencies and productivity is what's made agriculture what it is today compared to 99 years ago. And the emotions that these young men and women have showed in here this afternoon about what they feel, about what they've been able to accomplish, I think we need to give them all another round of applause for that. And just one last thing, if you need to know where you need to take your check to, ask your sister.
I don't know. Maybe we can work with him on that. It's just a thought. I'll tell you what, I grew up in that hog barn over there. First things I ever had was a red barrow. And I don't believe we ever had one as good as this one. This guy's really good. It's impressive. You've done a heck of a job, and Lance did a heck of a job getting this thing ready for certain. But again, congratulations. And I'll tell you what, this ought to be a really proud moment for you, bud. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks again. You betcha, Edward Jones and BTC Bank. All right, about steer time, isn't it?
It is. Next coming into the ring will be your lot number 11. This will be our grand champion steer. This year he's exhibited by Mackenzie Mawson from Archie. She's a member of her daughter of Rodney and Kay Mawson, a member of the Archie FFA chapter. Crossbred steer, weighs in at 1,380 pounds. Congratulations and welcome to the sale ring. Give her a hand.
All right, quite a steer, boys, quite a steer. You betcha. The auction's on, grand champion steer, and tell me, you're going to tell me what are they going to, going to tell me 30 grand where? 30,000 all right, 25, but better 5 grand. 5 grand, but better 5 grand, 55, but better 6 grand, 7 grand, but better 8 grand, 8 grand, 9 grand, 9 grand, but better 10, 11 grand, but better 12, 13, 13 grand where? 30 Colts in, 13, 14 grand, 14, 15, but better 15, 16, 17. I've got, no. I got Doc Long in at 17,000, 18,000, 19,000. Now 20, 21. Concessionaires, you're out. You got to be 21. 21, my bit at 21 where? 20 grand, 21, my bit at 1, 2, 3. 23 at a bid now, 3, 4, 5. 25 where? 25,000 little bit. Ag Powers, 26, 27 where? 27 at a bid now, 8 now, 9. 29,000 now, 30 grand. $30,000 ADM got 30 now, 31. 31 now, 32. 32, 3. Oh, whoa, which one have you got? I'm 32 right down there. I was Colts man looking right at him at 32, 33, 33, 33, 32, 33, 32 at a bid now 3, 32 at a bid now 3. That's what I thought. I've got 32 right down there, and what he's telling you is I'm going to be a part of it. I'm going to be a part of it. 32, 33, 33. I'm glad they don't decide that till they think they're out of money. 32, 33, $32,000, 33 where? 32.5, help anybody? Your man's out too, Jay. 32, 32.5. Here we go. 32 now, 5, a bit at a 5. I sold right down there, the concessionaires, Missouri State Fair concessionaires, $32,000 bill. That's going to be CFM. Sigma Alpha's going together, you betcha. Sigma Alpha's going with them, you betcha. And CFM, that's right, CFM Insurance, Jacoby. Thank you, appreciate you. Yep, they're all together. Appreciate ADM, appreciate Ag Power. And Pearl, you did not get in that. You did not get in that bidding process. I know you did try. Yeah.
I would like to start off by saying thank you for everybody that came out today for supporting our youth. Also, I would like to thank all my hometown supporters, my buyers for buying my steer. Without all you guys, this wouldn't be possible. I'd also like to thank Todd Caldwell, Brandon Jones, and Preston Grace for all you do. Without your guys' help, this wouldn't be possible. 8 years ago, I was in this ring with my sister, but we were in opposite spots. That day, I had a dream that I wanted to stand in this ring and exhibit the Grand Champion Market steer and be just like my sister. After all my hard work and dedication this summer, it finally paid off. I would also like to thank my parents. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. You guys give up so much every day for me to be able to do this. And also, I would like to thank Kelly, Nick, and Stetson for always pushing me to be my best. Thank you.
Mackenzie, on behalf of CFM Insurance, we want to say congratulations for a company that's been in business for 150 years. They know about investing in the youth of Missouri, and they couldn't be here. They had a family emergency, so we've stepped in for them. But we're excited for you. We're excited for the youth of Missouri, and congratulations from CFM Insurance.
On behalf of Sigma Alpha at the University of Missouri, we want to say congratulations to you. We're so proud to support strong women in agriculture, and we can't wait to see all the awesome things that you do in your future.
Congratulations on Mackenzie. That's a beautiful Grand Champion animal. And on behalf of the concessionaires and commercial exhibitors, the State Fair Concessions Manager, Courtney Fry, and I are very pleased to represent them. They're back in their place of business. We appreciate them pooling their money, and we got some great partners here today.
Yep.
Congratulations again.
All right, you bet you guys. Missouri State Fair concessionaires, you betcha. CFM Insurance, their home office is in Concordia, Missouri, and of course the MU Sigma Alpha sorority. Thank you very much, all of you. Congratulations, Mackenzie.
And I guess just another point, Mike, we had another record on that.
Is that a
animal
record?
right there. Another
Oh,
record. So we're doing good today. Next animal in the ring is going to be the reserve champion steer, exhibited by Emily Montgomery from Avaz, daughter of Mark and Sandy Montgomery. She's a member of the North Callaway FFA chapter. Crossbred steer coming in, weighs 1,330 pounds.
$1,330 versus 110.
Not too good of odds there, but she's
Yeah.
doing a great job managing. I tell you,
Excellent.
welcome onto the ring. Put your hands together.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you one more thing. I'm just going to give a little challenge to some of you out here. We've sold the last 3 animals, and it's never happened before, at $30,000 or more. I'd like to end with 4. All right? Just saying. All right, here we go, boys. All right, here we go to tell me what are they going to now? What about the $30,000 bill? Who wants to start there? Here we go to tell me 30 grand where? $30,000 bill, but at $5 grand. I see $5 grand, 7,500. 75s with Colt, 10 grand. 10 grand, but at 10, 10.5. 10.5, but at 5, 11 grand, but at 11 grand. I got the Aggies at 11 grand, 11.5. 11.5 at a bid now, 5, but at 5, 12 grand, 12.5. Colts are out, 12.5, but at 12.5, 15. 15, but at 15 grand. Yes, 15. Now it's 27. No, sir, 17.5. 15, 17.5, now 20 grand. 20 grand, 22.5. 22.5 at a bid now, 5, but at a 5 now, 25 grand. 22.5's right there. 25, 26. I'll do 6. Now 7. 27 where? 27 a bit, now 8, now 9, now 29 where? 29, Pat, you're not in. I'm 28 right up there, now 9. 29, now 30 grand. 30 grand where? Yes, 30 grand, 35 grand. 30 grand, 31. 30 grand, 31 where? 30 grand, I'm at a 31. ADM is out. 30 grand, 31. 30 grand, I'm at a 31. Culture Man's out too. 31 where? Ag Power, you got to be 31 if you want to play. 30, I'll let you in for 30 grand 5. 30 grand 5 where? 30 grand now 5 up at a 31. 30 grand 5 up at a 5. Anybody else for a go? Fellas, we met our mark at 30, but I didn't mean to put a ceiling on it. 30 grand 5, one time. Here we go. Sold right out there, $30,000 bill, 30 grand. There. That's the independent Aggies, good deal. Go ahead, ADM is going to be a part of that, I think. I got your message. You could have given another 500 though. And Monsanto, is Monsanto? Monsanto's a part of that as well. Thank you. Come on in, guys. Again, once our speeches are made here, we're going to sell that belt buckle now.
All right. First of all, I want to thank all of you all for coming today. And I want to thank all my hometown support, Sims Feed and Supply, and Mormon Showtech for helping me fuel this sky throughout the season. I want to thank you to my buyers, and I also want to thank Brandon Nieder for all your help with this guy, getting him clipped out in the day of the show. Thank you to Miles Tinez and Josh Tebe for selling this guy to us and for all your help. I also want to thank my husband for all your help, because I know this wouldn't be possible without you. This is my last time in the ring as a Missouri State Fair Junior Exhibitor, so it means a lot to me to be here in the sale today, and this was my goal since the beginning of this year. Coming into the fair, I didn't have any idea what was going to happen. We just knew we worked our hardest and that we tried our best, and it is a true blessing and a true honor to be here today, and I just thank you all for coming.
Congratulations, Emily. What a way to finish. We truly live in a country. I feel blessed to be here, that we can live in a country that we're able to do this every day and every year. It's such an honor for ADM to continue to be a part of this. This is several years for us, and we hope that we can continue this. Congratulations again. It's fun to get old, too. But let's give her another hand, and I'm glad we were able to partner together.
Congratulations from the MU Independent Aggies. This is a absolutely beautiful looking steer you got here. We're happy to help out, and we'll be happy to be here next year. Thank you.
One of our buyers couldn't be here today, and Monsanto and Climate Control Corporation, John Raines heads up that group and has been a truly magic person in terms of supporting the Sale of Champions for years. If you get a chance, say thank you to Monsanto and Bayer and Climate Control. We unfortunately he's in Europe today and couldn't make those connections. So thank you very much on behalf of those individuals.
All right, good deal, fellas. That'd be Monsanto, you bet. I think that's always listed as Monsanto Company and the Climate Corporation. MU Independent Aggies, of course, each and here every year. Thank you, Mark, for what you've done, as well as ADM Nutrition and Mormon Showtech Feed. Thank each and every one of you. Fellas, Don tells me that two or three milestones have happened. We're about ready to sell this buckle, and that'll end our day, and then we'll start into pictures and go forth from there. But our records this year were set from a grand champion pen of rabbits. Of course, Barbara Hayden, thank you very much. The reserve grand champion lamb, the grand champion barrow, grand champion barrow. At 38,000 Wheeler Auctions, Regional Missouri Bank, and Elite Swine Programs. The Reserve Grand Barrow, which was Edward Jones and Associates and BTC Bank, and the Grand Champion Steer, MSF, Missouri State Fair Concessions and Commercial Exhibitors, CFN Insurance, and the MU Sigma Alpha Sorority. So hats off to all you people who have participated at that level. We're ready to sell a belt buckle. It's open to the world. Here we go. Here we go, tell me. What are they going to? Here we go, tell me, gentlemen. What about $5,000 where? All that money goes to scholarship now, boys. Here we go, tell me, $1,000 bill. Here we go, tell me, 200's bid, 300 where? 300 bid now. Thank. Here we go, tell me, 3 now 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1,000 now 12 and a half. 12 and a half. 15. 17 and a half. $2,000. $2,000. 22 and a half. 5, 7 and a half. 27 and a half. $3,000. 35. 35 at a bid now. $4,000. 45. 45 at a bid now. $5,000. $5,000. A bit at a $5,000. $6,000. $6,000. $7,000. $7,000. $8,000. $9,000. A bit at a 9 now. $9,000. $9,000 now. $10,000. $9,000. $10,000 babe. A bit at a 10. 10. 95. 10. 95. 10. 95 at a bit now. 10. I got 9 right here. You want to be 9,500? Doc Long, you are not in, but I left you a spot. I've got $9,000 right down here with Barbara. I want to be 95. 95 at a bid now. 5 at a 95 where? It is open to the world. 9,500. It will be the highest price belt buckle I've ever sold as well. 9,500. 95 at a bid now. 5 at a 91 one time. Here we go. 9,000 offered. 91 one time. I sold her right down here, $9,000. Barbara Hayden, Starline Brass. Starline Brass, thank you. Thank you. Do you have a total for us as we leave the facilities and we get ready to meet with our picture takers? 1,900, here, you say it.
195,350. 195,350 is what we totaled today, an all-time record. That gives us the belt buckle, and all the others as record prices.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Jay Purchase, Colton Williams, Pat Henderson, myself, Mike Williams, and Don, and Sarah, and everybody, guys, we appreciate all of your participation. Everybody drive careful going home. We're very thankful that you attended today, and best of luck moving forward. A new record, $195,350. Thank you. Thank you.